Yo, what is going on, all you GBA fans? It's your boy AAron2420, bringing you guys the coach interview with one of my favorite new coaches, being Aster, who is not necessarily new to you guys if you've been following the GBA last season. He actually did power rankings with Jarrett. It was a very enjoyable experience, so if you guys obviously know Aster from that, then hopefully you guys check out Aster throughout this season of the GBA, as he is one of our new coaches. So Aster, first off, let me get into saying welcome.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm so happy to be here. So happy I was moved up from the D League. Really excited for this season, especially with everybody that we've got this time around. It's going to be really fun.
Without further ado, let's get right into the actual questions. First up, Aster, speaking of first, what was your first Pokemon experience?
I think like almost everybody, all of the other coaches, we all had a version of either red or blue. When we were younger, I was 4 years old, I think. I'm 24 now, so yeah, that's about right. And I had Pokemon Blue. I remember the first time turning on the game, it was actually glitched out, and I had to turn it off and turn it back on. I couldn't figure out how to play the game. It was like I was walking through a maze. And then it finally opened into the room, which is really funny. But yeah, then I got into Pokemon, adored the game, and then got every subsequent generation after that. I missed Gen 4 actually, and Gen 5. Wasn't playing it anymore at that point. And then I picked up again in Gen 6, and now we're here in Gen 7.
Have you at least played Gen 4? Because like that was the gen I started off. You can't just do that.
I have, yeah. I played Platinum. I ordered it on eBay at some point. Because when I got into college, like everybody was playing Pokemon again. It was kind of like retro, so everybody picked it up again. So I ordered a copy of Platinum. I had a DS and popped in the game, and it was awesome. So I ended up getting Black like 3 weeks later.
Well, I'm glad you have at least played Gen 4. So
yeah.
Next question though, what was your first Pokemon experience that brought you into competitive Pokemon?
So I think, again, as with a lot of the other coaches, YouTube was a big catalyst for me. I first started off by watching Shofu and Hayden, watching their competitive battle videos, and then it moved on it to Shady. He was in the recommended, excuse me. And I started watching him. Through Shady, I found Nappy. Through Nappy, I found Joey, who's of course with us this season. And then it just kind of snowballed, and then I ended up in this community, and I haven't looked back since. So yeah, it was really that. Showdown was kind of a huge thing for me, because Showdown was a way I could play without having to invest a bunch of time into either hacking mons into the game or breeding a team myself. So that was really good, and I picked up on the game really quickly. And really, I think I've gained a lot of experience since, and I've become, I don't want to boast or anything, but I've become a pretty good player. My own opinion. I don't know if everybody else agrees with me, but yeah, that's pretty much how it started, was YouTube, just finding videos and coming across.
Well, that seems pretty interesting. YouTube was a big part, as you said, of a lot of coaches competitive. It was sort of how a lot of people got introduced to it. So, you know, very good to see you now on YouTube doing competitive Pokemon as well. So tell us a little bit about yourself as both a content creator and a competitive battler. What do you think?
So yeah, as a competitive battler, as I mentioned before, I play a lot of Showdown. I play on the ladder a lot. I rage like everybody else. And, you know, it's just, Pokemon's such an enticing game because of the fact that there are so many random factors involved. Like, a lot of the fun comes from the fact that anything can happen in a game. Mm-hmm. I think that's what attracts a lot of people to the competitive side, and that's sort of what attracted me as well. And of course, the fact that it's sort of like a chess game, right? You really have to play every turn correctly and look a few turns ahead. I really like that. I was a big fan of chess when I was in high school as well. And as far as content creation goes, I really just started making videos on YouTube April 2016, just after actually I had met Joey in person. And we talked a little bit about it, and I asked him, what as far as advice goes for like being a YouTuber, what do you have? And he said consistency, and it's kind of funny. It's ironic. I haven't at all with my uploads. I haven't uploaded since D League. Actually, I've kind of taken a little bit of a break, a hiatus from YouTube. But in the year and a half that I was uploading consistently, I really enjoyed it. I'm just trying to find that spark again to get me back into it, because Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon hasn't done it for me. I was really looking forward to a big shift in the metagame, and it's kind of become stale a little bit, in my opinion. So there's that, but I hope to jump back on. Obviously, I'm gonna have to upload for the GBA itself, but I hope that kind of entices me to want to upload Showdown Lives again and all the other content that I had going on my channel. Of course, Aaron will tell you guys, but I'll say it myself. If you guys want to check me out, I'll be in the link in the description down below. So definitely go and check out some of my older videos, because like I said, I haven't uploaded much recently, but that might change. I don't know. By the time this comes out, I might even have some new videos up. So definitely.
Hey, that would be good to see some more content from AsterJ. So, what are your thoughts? And I know you sort of already went into it a little bit. What are your thoughts on some of the new Pokemon Generation 7 and their place in competitive?
Well, let's talk about, I guess, Ultra Beast and Tapus. Shifted the meta a lot. Obviously, we have Lele banned in the GBA, which I think should be a uniform decision across draft leagues. Lele is ridiculous. But as far as terrains go, like auto terrain and Ultra Beast beast boosting, one of my favorite abilities from Gen 6 was to have in draft league format was Moxie. And the fact that that Ultra Beast can basically boost any one of their stats, and some of them across different stats, like Celesteela, and you even have Kartana with a Timid set. Some of these mons are absolutely ridiculous. Like, the power creep is crazy, and I'm glad we use a tiered system for Draft League, so that you have to expend a lot of points or a lot of, or one of your higher tier picks to be able to pick up one of these Pokemon. And then, of course, you have all of the lower tiers, like, I can give an example, like Mudsdale, for example, from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or Sun and Moon in general. I think that as far as if we're talking Draft League, a lot of the mons that came out of Gen 7 are extremely valuable to any team. Like, they have a lot of specific niches. You look at things like Shiinotic, Rabombi, some of these lower tier fairies that all do very important things for a team. Like, you have Leech Seed, you have Sticky Webs and stuff. And then as far as competitive play goes, we've seen, if anybody pays attention to the Showdown ladder, you've seen how much of an influence the Ultra Beast and the Tapus have on competitive play. So what kind of play style I think they have? I think they have, they take up a lot of room, let's say.
Yeah.
In competitive play, for sure.
I think it was very well stated, Aster. Also, I'm really glad you gave shoutouts to Shiinotic, great mon.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like your strategy is personally when it comes to battling? Like, are you stall, hyper offense, bulky offense? What sort of play style do you make?
I like to toss it up mostly between HO and definitely bulky offense builds are what I have. Balance, more so, is what I have, having a well-distributed amount of walls and breakers on a team, and that's kind of how I draft as well. When it comes to draft league, I can't use stall for the life of me. I absolutely hate it. I've tried it on the ladder a couple of times, and it's just so monotonous and not fun to use. I don't understand how anybody can have fun playing stall. Like, I understand you want to win, and it has the highest win rate, but I just don't think it's worth it playing a team like that. But yeah, that's strategy when it comes to battling. I don't know. I guess, like I mentioned earlier, it's a game of chess, right? So you really have to look a few turns ahead. And knowing tendencies among players, like especially on the ladder when you're playing game after game after game, you start noticing trends with switches in certain plays that people make. That also transitions into league format as well. You can pick up on a lot of tendencies that people have, especially from watching prior battles. Of course, most people will never run into the same mon twice unless they face the same team twice. So you can't pick up on tendencies in terms of specific Pokemon, but on certain typings, certain moves, you can see what their plays are. So that's pretty much how I approach it, is pick up on trends and pretty much try to be the anti to that. So yeah, that's as far as I can take it.
I'll say, it seems like you sort of covered everything there, to be honest. Yeah. So, really glad to see that.
I'm glad I did. It's an interview.
Yeah, I'd say it's really glad to see that you're at least not a stall player. I agree 100% with your opinions. I don't get how people have the time to play stall, let alone enjoy it. It's so
5 more minutes, Mom.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about when I'm playing stall. 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
So now into the lightning questions. Are you?
Oh, okay.
Are you more of a fan of Sun or Moon or X and Y?
X and Y.
Attack or special attack?
Attack.
Defense or special defense?
Defense.
Speed or Trick Room?
Speed.
Showdown or cartridge?
We'll go Showdown.
Gyms or trials?
Oh, gyms, 100%.
Sweeps or stall?
Well, you already know my answer. It's sweeps all the way.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing. Thunderwave, Toxic, or Will-O-Wisp?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Toxic.
Good answer. Electric, Misty, Psychic, or Grassy Terrain?
Oh, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm gonna go Grassy Terrain.
Ooh, good choice. And finally, GG or Rage Quit?
I'm not proud of this, but Rage Quit. I'm a hell of a Rage Quitter on the ladder, especially. So.
I was about to say, versus stall, I'm easily Rage Quit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that is it for our coach interview with Aster. It's been really fun having you here, and really glad to see you in GBA Season 8.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun to be here. Like I said earlier, I'm really excited, really looking forward to this season. Hopefully whatever I draft comes out on top, and we're able to make it at least into playoffs is my goal. I think I want to make it at least into semis is where I'm aiming for.
That would be a good goal to have. So if you guys want to see Aster try and make his playoff run in his first official GBA season, make sure to check him out. Links in the description below, along with every other coach in GBA Season 8. It has been your boy, AAron2420, signing out. Aster, thank you for joining me for this coach interview. It's been a blast having you here.
You're very welcome, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Peace, guys.
Peace out, guys.